I have absolutely no idea about. I just haven't been playing in a while.
Caught it.
Oops. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I was still running the music, but
Okay.
can you say that again, Efron?
I said I haven't been on a stream in quite a while. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't even know what the heck is being talked about. I see fluffy sugar. Like, I guess, like, am I gonna cook with that?
Uh, so apparently this is the buttons person Lio covered a while ago. I was
Oh God.
yeah. So Gray made me aware of a doc that was just written about Fluffy. So I guess I'm gonna read it today. Just the doc,
Okay.
because that's what I do. I just do doc readings and shit. Speaking of Gray, there she goes in the chat. Okay, so since I cut the music off prematurely, I guess I can just go ahead and get started here, which is the okay. That's the correct sheet right there. Cut that on. Okay. Um, window capture. Window capture. Okay, there we go. Open that and yeah. So I just do basically on my lives. I read docs that get handed to me and whatnot. So that's basically just what I do.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I'll be horrified for
Uh,
real.
uh, what's the word count of this document?
Let's see. Word count.
Yeah,
Six
go to
thousand.
tools.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. 6,829.
Uh,
39,310 characters. God damn.
Dang. Okay, how many pages is this?
171.
Uh, so 6,829 divided by 171. Let me see. That's 40 words on average per page.
God damn. Wow,
By
man.
the way, are you gonna like screen share it in the call or anything, or
Oh, yeah, sure. You want to read it?
okay? Because well, no, it's because the stream's on a delay.
Ah, okay.
Like it's not literally live. It's like 5-ish seconds behind,
Yeah.
which means that we're talking at you guys from the future, kind of. If the future were the past.
Oh, yeah, too. Let me change here. Oh, not that one. That one. There we go. Okay, so this reads this is an archived copy of the OG doc created by Chaos Blast, hosted by 8 archivists, ACC, for archival and removal of pressure. Oh, wait, hang on. Also, I should probably throw some background music on because I usually throw some background music on so it won't just be blank, like me just talking.
Okay, so I'm also gonna keep an eye on the chat. Also, can you send me a link to this document in like DMs, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just copy it.
Because I want to get a basic idea. I don't know who wrote this. Like, I just figured out about this literally as I walked in on stream.
Yeah, sure.
And now you guys are seeing why I don't do these kind of reactions, because I am not the best at them. But let's see.
Hey guys, I sent it. You should have it.
Okay.
This copy was made November 11th, 2025. Apologies if anything is outdated or links are unavailable. This document is formatted for desktop. If viewing on mobile, you will be unable to see some important images. To remedy this, change your mobile browser viewing mode to desktop in the options menu. Table of contents, introduction, false copyright strike, obtaining legal information and illegally committing fraud, caught sending itself anonymous hate. Okay, so we got a little creep show action going on here, because that's the same thing creep show did. Racism, slur usage, dating a minor, discussing NFW around minors, harassment and boundary breaking, blackmailing, stalking of the writer and their partner, other instances of theft and harassment, continued association with pro-shipping, other victims' experiences, past call-out statements, and conclusions. Sugar's accounts, green active, gray is inactive, and red is deactivated. Fox, a little bit fun for TikTok.
Okay, these are things I'm not going to discuss on stream, so I'm going to head out and look into this separately.
Yeah, sure.
Apologies, I know you all wanted me here for longer.
I was a little into it. Sweets Bunny, alternate TikTok, Shadow Milk's Doll for YouTube. It's most active on TikTok in regards to responding to my account while blocking out my user and not allowing others to find my account themselves in order to twist the story. It uploads regularly to its TikTok, posting art and other videos. It uses its old account for block evading. It uploads and occasionally streams or posts art on its YouTube. FluffySugars X Milk Kisser as of April 23rd, 2025. Shadmill's Doll, Dreams in Stars, S Milk's Little Bun, Sugar Bun Streams, Wally Art, Dan D. Darlin, Sugar Screaming, Abyssal Subsist, Wafer Wharf, The Founts Royal, Soul Puppet, Sugary Deceit, The Moth's Craving, Blue Sky, Shadow Milk's Stalling, Blue Sky, Sugar Bun Streams, Blue Sky, Shadow Milk's Doll, Neospring Band, Shortcake Angel, and the ID Blep Cookie, the ID again, unknown password, protected Tumblr. This list will try to be kept up to date. Okay, do not harass Sugar, block and move on. It's not worth your energy and I do not condone it. That is not what I aim to achieve with any of this. You may recognize my username from the last time I made a call out on this same individual. That call out is now deleted for reasons that will be explained in the blackmailing section. But I have found it since necessary to revisit this person in a more proper and concise manner. I will be doing my best to keep things short and to the point, providing plenty of screenshots and adding text commentary when it's needed. But there is a lot to cover. As of August 19, 2025, this document has been updated to include Sugar's current preferred name and pronouns. It's. Oops, I accidentally closed that out. There are tons of screenshots. The Google Doc has been archived so much because buttons take them down. They're basically simping accounts. Okay. Other past names you will see in this document include Eden, Buttons, Kirby, Angel with 2 L's, and Lopsy. Please do not refer to Sugar with these names. Likewise, any mention of the name Bill refers to an mate of mine. Any mention of the name Zen refer to my partner, Sprinkle. Sprinkle also used the name Sugar for a time, which is the subject of this document copied, but I believe I fixed any instances of the shared name that can cause confusion. Some screenshots may have fallen through the cracks though, so do let me know if there are mistakes. Disclaimer 2, this document is here to stay. I've given Sugar plenty of time to change its behavior since the last time I was forced to address it, and that has not happened. No matter how much blackmail, harassment, slander, or false copyright strikes I am threatened with, I'm keeping this document up. I refuse to be scared into silence any longer. It's unfair to me, and it's unfair to Sugar's other victims. Please extend as much support to those affected by it, and if you have experiences you'd like to share, please reach out to me at DMs at Chaos Blast on Twitter. With that said, let us begin. God damn, it's hot here. There we go, I got it. Freaking glasses, so my reading could be a little bit better. There we go. Content warning for mentions of sexual assault, the word rape, uncensored slurs, NSFW material, text and censored images, death threats, mentions of self-harm, suicide, abuse, stalking, and ableism. Okay, it starts with false copyright strike. In the early morning of August 12, 2035, Sugar was able to strike the original version of this document down due to a section where I included its art to show it had stolen someone's design. I cannot counterclaim, as this would expose my information to a very dangerous individual who has expressed many times that it wishes to harm me. So this is a re-upload. All offending material has either been censored or removed. I apologize if this makes the document difficult to read in some areas, but I had no choice. This document now falls well within fair use laws, as if it didn't already, as it no longer contains any of Sugar's artwork. This document is here to stay. Thank you. Obtaining legal information illegally and committing fraud. On July 9th, 2025, Sugar sent me a legal threat through the burner email used to make this document. The full contents of the email can be seen below, as well as a follow-up email where I was given a specific time frame to comply. Abuse and harassment violation and report. GUI. Can't make out that Gmail. Before you say anything, I got the email address from the document you made. I've been given evidence of my suicide attempt and report from my therapist, legally in email from her as a correspondence. Now that I have it, I can give it to the police to contact and gather proper measures for a report against you for harassment and endangerment of my life. With the safety plan and suicide attempt report, you have 2 choices now. Delete the document, come clean, and never speak of me again with complete deletion. or have this IP traced via the law and reported for harassment and stalking and self-admitted blackmail, which has led to bodily threats of harm and rape and sexual assault from my rapist due to my rapist feeling emboldened and empowered. I also have someone IRL who goes to law school and is currently graduating as an attorney who would be more than happy to not only take up this case, but who's personally helping me put this together. Consider this a cease and desist. A cease and desist and delete before this escalates. This has already been given as a report and is being followed through and through with the FBI about my rapist. Due to you isolating me from the community, my rapist has felt empowered enough to contact me and threaten me. Severely, this led to another attempt, almost an active self-harm. This isn't me saying for any other reason other than you have actively put me in harm's way at this point. I had to file with the FBI against my rapist for what he's done recently, and the only reason he felt brave enough to do so was because you had me isolated. You put me in a position no one would care about what would happen to me. There are now real-world consequences for what you have done. When the FBI does get back to me about him due to his previous involvement as my rapist who was arrested, I have no problem bringing up your account as someone who's actively engaged with someone who used to be closely involved with him, and I have proof of that. I'm fucking done. I won't have my safety and my emotional wellness threatened by the person that held me hostage. What? Raped me and tried to kill me because you decided you couldn't handle me and my fiance existing. Okay, now it's cold. I'm done with the child is BS, and especially with you cutting context. I'm tired of you thinking this is all okay. The dehumanizing, misgendering, the bullshit. Done. Even if I'm not coming back to social media anymore, this was completely too far. All you had to do was months ago was talk to me like an adult and just drop the goddamn subject. The therapist's point is going to be the buttons put out a call where it admitted to the therapist that they spoke sexually to a 17-year-old. They copyright struck that call. Also, Buttons sexually assaulted a guy, of course. The goddamn subject. You kept it going, and you kept it going, and kept it going. Now my rapist is officially contacting me personally because of this. I'm not doing this anymore. I'll be going to the police tomorrow if this document isn't deleted with a full apology. Thanks. And I want you to make this public knowledge. The full email. Not a single crop screenshot, because I promise if you crop it, I will make sure everyone sees what the hell I'm saying. I promise on my dead brother. Ooh, very scary. Everybody will know you put me in danger with my rapist. And I can promise you that the police will take one look at the fact that there's someone on the internet who spoke to a friend of someone arrested rapist, immediately made a decision on the victim's behalf. I have screenshots of you have discussion with someone who admitted to having conversation and communication with him. I have screenshots of you and your friends dehumanizing me. I have screenshots of multiple, and I do multiple things, especially you admitting to blackmail. I don't think the police will take kindly to. I am absolutely done. I haven't been able to sleep for a week or two after what my rapist did to me. And you do have responsibility. You do. You have all the time to consider it. You have time to consider this all. With regards to someone. With regards and assistance written under legal guise and support. Sugar. Oh my god, I gotta read another one. Yeah, you can send them. mouth gets dry reading these. Abuse and harassment violation and report. Before you say anything, I got the email address from this document you made. I've been giving evidence of my suicide attempt from a report from my therapist. You have until the end of the day. By the way, I'm not waiting too long because I don't want this getting in the way of being with my fiance / boyfriend. He'll even help me with it, I bet. And he can be a witness testimony, especially while he's in person with me. You have exactly until tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Eastern, let's say, to delete your document from the drive. Delete the link on your page and make a formal statement and apology that you will never speak about me again, and explain why, with putting me in danger with my rapist, this will be an apology. Because if you don't and this continues, I'll have no choice but to go to police for my safety. Regards, Sugar. Please don't tell me this person is dyslexic just like Isaac is, because they are making a lot of random mistakes with their writing. I'm not going to go too hard on their writing because this isn't a fanfic like Sonic Phobia. Like, this isn't a piece of literature, so I'm not going to go hard on the grammatical errors or whatnot. But yeah, I think this person might be dyslexic. Then on 7/11/25, I made a post about the email I had been sent, as no action had been taken as promised. In this post, I included the email address Sugar had used to send a threat. Where's my phone at? Okay, so Buttons isn't dyslexic. She just can't spell for shit. In this post, I included the email address Sugar had used to send the threat. Now that I know it is all definitely bullshit, Sugar Red Deceit did send me a very badly legal threat the other day. I won't speak on it further because it was entirely a really stupid scare tactic, and it doesn't deserve my attention further than this. Here is some of it. Sugar, ever since this occurrence, has been claiming I doxed it, ignoring the fact that just sharing someone's email used to send a legal threat is not doxing. It conveniently ignores that this email had been made public at least once before by itself on a mutual aid post. Let me switch glasses. This is irritating my face. Okay, yeah, I think these ones are looser. Okay, yeah, these ones are looser. Because good God, those glasses were irritating my face. Okay, and Sugar on Twitter posted, the situation is no escalated to the point. You mean now? Where is the W? I'm not gonna talk about the grammar. I'm just gonna read it at how it is. If it was a piece of literature, then I'd talk about the grammar. So whatever. I'll just read it how it is. The situation has no escalated to the point my rapist has officially contacted me and threatened me. Because I've been isolated from the community, I'm making this public because I know they will try to push this under the rug. The email it apparently believed to be my main on full display. Hypocrisy. Okay, this is the email I read. I'm not going to read that. Thank you. Been sick. Need help with bills at the hospital. Okay, it has all the stuff. Mutual aid. Disability. Disabled. Hey,
asking for some real mutual aid right now, unfortunately. I've been sick in and out of the hospital with a collapsed lung and bronchitis this past month. I had to get surgery the other day, so I'm out of work for a bit. A public post on its Blue Sky containing the email I supposedly doxed. As I obviously refused to remove the post with the email, I felt it was as important to keep up. What was Sugar's response to this? Donating to my Ko-Fi to illegally obtain my legal name and main email address. This is possible because PayPal will show you a payment receipt if you use it to buy someone a Ko-Fi, showing the name of the PayPal and the email associated with it. I was unable to turn my PayPal into a storefront, however, Sugar was. That's why it displays the name Sweets Bunny Baubles on Sugar's end. It received the legal name attached to my PayPal account. Sugar bought you a coffee. Private message, you received a payment of $5 from Sweets Bunny Baubles. Right. Getting this email then for the charges too, since it's public info, right? Your words. Thanks. You put me in danger and I'm following through with legal charges officially. Buttons was abusing the mutual aid and so on to spend the money on stupid shit while living in a luxury apartment complex. Wow. Okay, so let's go here and check out this stuff Gray sent. Buttons proof of innocence. Okay, this is an hour. Therapist call. Okay, this is also an hour.
This is a lie, by the way. He would be under posts posting about me, calling me his pity fuck. But keep that in mind.
Oh, did I never turn my... Oh, whoops, I never turned the thing off from when I was with Efron.
By the way, the word with an A at the
Okay,
end,
so
not
this
an ER.
looks like just
I don't approve
the
of
chat
ER.
log. Not... I'm not Hispanic. Okay.
Puerto Rican. I might have been mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. Portuguese or Puerto Rican, one of the two. I just remember it was one of those two. It was Into the Heights was the movie I showed them.
Okay, so this just... yeah.
Sorry, I'm good. Oh. Okay. So you know how we talked about, like, you and I have talked before about me dating this 18-year-old and how it, it was like, hey, there's nothing sexual and it's fine, and it's just because I care about him and want him to be okay and taken care of because it was a piece of home and everything was, stressful, but it was because I cared about him and wanted him to be okay, especially after literally attempting his life in front of me. So I made a safety plan with him at first of, hey, before you want to do something harmful, please promise me you'll come to me and tell me how you're feeling first so I can try to drag you out of that. Because at first he thought I just didn't, let me plug in my phone. At first he thought I just didn't want to, he had the idea that I was upset at him for being upset when I was more upset that he wasn't telling me how he felt before doing something to himself. It was like a constant cycle. And I was like, hey, I would appreciate if you just talk to me before doing something. Like tell me I'm not feeling good. Let me be there for you. Well, a couple days ago, I don't even know, my dissociation and sense of time is bad. I'd have to look at dates, but a couple days ago, it happened again. He messaged me, and at first he was like, hey, I'm not feeling so good. I'm like, oh, it's okay, what's wrong, honey? And then he went away for a bit. I was like, okay, he's not answering. And then he came back, he said he felt sick. And then he took Benadryl again. And my PTSD, my fight or flight went into go get your foster parents right fucking now, because that was what happened when he last time overdosed and literally almost died. He took 5 Benadryl and he kept trying to say, it's nothing, I'm not going to overdose, I'm not going to die. I'm like, you don't fucking know that, you have health issues, go get them, go get them. And then he started telling me that he was sick. He I had a moment, because it was honestly my emotion. I was like, hey, if you don't go get them and you don't go to a hospital, I gotta leave. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And he kept refusing. So I said, all right, well, I can't do this anymore. And, he acted, I told him I wouldn't block him. I would just be there for him, but not as a partner, as a friend. And then he blocked me and said, just don't talk to me again. And, before he blocked my phone, I said, no matter how you feel, I still care about you. You're free to reach out to me. And then he went to Twitter and some stuff happened. First off, some of my mutuals were following his account who were uncomfortable with the kind of art that he was drawing, because he started, do you remember how I said he had that discussion of wanting to draw that incest art? And I tried to tell him, hey, maybe that's not a good idea to post online or do. And he said that, oh, well, maybe it's an intrusive thought. And then the minute we broke up, he started drawing it and embracing it.
Yeah, they're... Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. This image is killing. I was just about to type in the chat that and tag you that this image is killing me.
I do have to clarify something. This call was released after I accused Buttons of grooming, which I'm now thinking about going back on that apology, because this came out after the apology. And I'm like, yeah, damn it. You didn't... Okay, Buttons ran an 18+ server, right?
Yeah.
What Buttons did was, it was friends / partners with a 17-year-old who said, oh, I'm 18. Buttons never checked the age once. Not at all. Just took the kid at their word. Let him in. Even went on to date him. Everything Buttons is describing kind of falls under grooming. Because it's having this vulnerable young person trust it, go to it. Not the foster parents like any normal adult would encourage. No, it's specifically come to me if you're having ideations. Come to me if you have issues. Buttons was parading around as a child safety advocate and like going, oh, I work with kids, I work with kids. Do you think I understand the problem? Because I had to look this up. A child safety advocate within Buttons' estate works with child services closely. And Buttons will go on to say, oh, he was being abused by his foster family.
That doesn't matter. Why are you dating the guy?
Yeah, why are you dating someone you never age verified?
Oh my god.
But when I first uploaded this call publicly, because there's a reason it's unlisted, Buttons took it down, citing HIPAA, which is your medical privacy law.
Yeah.
When Buttons did it through a copyright strike.
Well, that is
Meaning
Buttons.
intellectual property.
Well, I'm playing it in this video, so Buttons better not try to take it down because I'm just observing right now. But if Buttons comes after me, I will personally troll. I will make this personal.
Oh, and I will be giggling in the background.
I dare Buttons. I dare you. I will personally go after Buttons.
Yeah. But I archived the calls. That way Buttons can't copyright strike it again. And it's just kind of
Yeah,
difficult.
I got the Lio video pulled up on Buttons, so that probably explained it. But what's up with this piss gremlin thing? Like,
Oh, that is because Buttons is into Omarashi, which is a piss king.
Oh, hey,
Hello.
how are you? Fine, thank you.
oh yeah,
Your timing is comedic because I just told Keaton why Buttons is referred to as the piss gremlin.
Yeah.
I'm going mute
Yeah.
in case there's like another question.
Alright, so.
Can't send a message in the VC text for some reason.
Do you like? Let me check the perms. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you should have it now.
Oh, yeah, I do now.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I meant to do it in the
My reaction to that information.
Yeah. I meant to do it in the call we had the other day with Violet, but I didn't. I wanted to say I didn't get to apologize to you for going at you on Twitter when we were arguing with Cy Scribbles and their defenders the other back in September.
It was low-key kind of random.
Yeah, because I misread that. I accidentally went after you because I misread that. I thought you were replying to me on that tweet when you were replying to lip tardiness. My bad.
Yeah.
I never got to apologize for that.
The VC text image I sent was my reaction to that information.
Yeah, I was like, okay, weird. Because he told me it was an intrusive thought, and now all of a sudden he's drawing it and posting it. I'm like, alright, well, he's an adult, whatever, it's his thing. But I did let my mutuals know that, hey, this person is drawing this art. If you don't want to see this content, I would warn you against it. Because I didn't.
I swear, if Buttons is the type of person like Isaac's fans, where they will sit down and try to explain the difference between pedophilia and hebophilia, I'm going to fucking crash out. Like, let me pull this up, because Isaac's fans are so fucking stupid. This guy literally sat down and tried to explain the difference between the two. They're both the same fucking thing. It's still illegal. It's still gross. Who gives a shit? So if Buttons is that type of person, I'm gonna spaz out.
I want people following his content unaware who would see it and be uncomfortable, you know? So then all of a sudden he started making these posts about me, about lying and controlling him in the relationship.
Like the whole pedophilia and febophilia thing all over again.
Yeah, like,
because remember the days when like people used to call pedophilia phobophilia or some shit like that?
it's all the same thing, and it's all fucking gross. Whoever actually wants to sit down and act like it's a real difference, they need to kill themselves.
Yeah, like, what type of is this?
Because it's all the same thing. Having sex with a minor is gross, and you need to kill yourself.
Yup.
There's no difference.
But a bunch of shit, and then Roger, you know, the guy who drew art of that kid Carl Grimes, and the guy who had that parasocial relationship with me contacted the kid. I was like, oh, fucking great. And then there were friends who turned against me, saying, "Oh, it was your job to protect the kid, and you betrayed him.
If you want to wonder, like, who
betrayed
the
his
guy
trust."
that was sending Julie all those memes was, wanna guess who? It was me. Like, no joke, I managed to literally trick Julie into thinking that, like, she was being added by NB Critical, but in reality it was just me sending her a bunch of shit posts. Just...
So I was like, what was I fucking supposed to do? You know, I'm in a different position. And then, exactly. So then, I showed my side of the relationship of, okay, this was a very toxic relationship. Was it abusive? I wouldn't say that, but I would say it was unhealthy.
Did I just hit Gray, or what was that?
For me, because I was constantly worrying about him doing suicide, doing drugs, self-harm, fucking wanting a suicide pact, all this shit. So a day or two of this stress goes by, and he's constantly saying I was abusive and controlling, even though I just wanted him to not do self-harm and self-destruction. He was trying to manipulate the situation to look like something it wasn't. And then one of his exes contacted me, who was like 15, and I'm like, well, they're closer in age, so it makes sense they dated when they were both younger and minors. And then the 15 showed me he just admitted behind scenes in that moment that he's actually 17. The guy that I was in a quote-unquote relationship with. He lied all over social media and to me. And I was unknowingly with a minor?
Well, 17 in most
Yo, has anyone ever seen, like, LT Gut right now?
Has anybody seen what?
Like, LT Gut, like, there was that Twitter account which made that whole image of. It was an image of Cindy, Birdie, and Jar.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The picture.
And it was like, we have to save Jargar's. Hell, I even remember sending that shit to Lio and bro. I think I described it in like a previous stream when I went on to talk about how Purple was like spamming me and shit.
Yeah. Lyle like posted that in the rules room of his server too. I don't know if you're in Cat's Lair or not, but he posted it in there.
It's probably because I sent it to him, bro.
I know, but that's still morally fucked up. And I mean, I know I'm not the. I knew he lied to me about being an adult, so I'm not at moral fault here. Because if I knew he was that age, I would not have fucking touched that. But then people are all of a sudden like, why did you date someone 18 when you're 26? That's like pedophilic, that's grooming, that's predatory. I'm over here like, the fuck?
Just laughing at a video I sent in the VC text. You can check the VC text.
Yeah.
Like 38. You replied for our sins.
I'm like, but it wasn't though. Like, to some cases it could be, but in my case it wasn't. Like, for me, I just wanted him to fucking not kill himself. Because he literally had foster parents that were abusive and controlling and starved him, and he had no one to rely on. What was I fucking supposed to do? He made me feel like if I left, he'd fucking kill himself. And again, like, I thought he was a legal adult. Like, I wasn't doing anything sexual or predatory
this is
with him.
literally the type
And then
of
there were
shit I
people
send
like,
Julie. Like... Like, I remember she even showed, like, 2 of the images on her fucking stream. Like, on, like, that stream she made about MB Critical, bro.
oh my god, it's like
It
uncomfortable that you did that with.
we really went quiet with this one.
Someone that was like fresh out of high school. I'm like, but that's not the intent behind it. Shouldn't people like think about the intent?
Like, this is quite literally some of the shit I sent Julie on, like, fucking hell, bro.
Yeah. Okay, what is that?
Bro, you wanna know what that is? It's just an image of fucking Dreadful Jax with, like, a filter.
Yeah.
It's like... Yeah.
Okay. Bro, what the fuck are you screaming like that for? Relax.
Like the Freddy clip.
Yeah, dude's just screaming. Like, relax, bro.
I think it's the audio, but like this video, bro.
Well, first
My life.
He lied about his age.
well, I lied about his age, and so that's
And
already
just
problematic anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, realistically, then that's not on you. Now, were you?
yes, it's the fucking Dax freestyle, bro.
Were you?
You know, like
Interested in?
yeah, it's just like you're insane. You're in pain. I don't know what you're saying, but it's like I'm sure.
Yeah, so I'll skip that one because I don't like Dax. Corny ass rapper. Out of all the corniest rappers, Dax is the corniest to corn.
Being more than
Stand
friends.
Dax.
Well, we were dating. Like, we were in a relationship.
Okay.
It wasn't long, but I, got into a
Yeah.
relationship with him, but without any sexual
Then
aspect.
we
It was
were
more
saying,
the relationship as
I'm Shadow Freddy. I'm so awesome and black.
Alright, okay.
aspect of I really deeply cared about him, and I loved and cared about him and cherished him, but I didn't desire anything specifically from
You probably muted your audio or something, right?
him. I just wanted him to be okay and to take care of him.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of feel a little bit like manipulated.
Yeah, yes, exactly, entirely. And people are saying I'm a predator, I'm the one in the wrong, and I'm like, how am I in the wrong?
I don't know. Fucking age check? Fucking check his fucking age? Duh. Fucking grab the guy's birth certificate or something. Fucking verify the age. It's not hard.
Well, I think that two things can be true at once, right? I mean, maybe you didn't do what you were supposed to do throughout this. That could be a possibility.
What do you mean?
Well, I think that sometimes we have a little bit of a blind spot, especially in regards to, you felt manipulated, right? But you could have just been friends with him, or just been his support and not dated.
I
Right.
know. I don't know, I think it...
The 17-year-old is manipulative and predatory. Oh, that bum-ass therapist. Get her license shredded. Basically, Toy Freddy, we're going over somebody who's like almost in their 30s and they dated a 17-year-old. So right now we're going over a call with our therapist.
Go on.
I'm not sure, I think it's because I almost lost him that something in me was like... And I think it was just because of how much time we spent with each other all the time. I'm not sure what the aspect of causing a... I don't even know if I had actual romantic feelings for him. I just know that I deeply cared about him. And I didn't want him to get hurt. I mean, he literally had, like, this pedophile groomer stalking him online.
Yeah.
Maybe I felt like if I was his boyfriend, he could feel protected and this guy wouldn't go after him anymore.
Okay, so boundaries, maybe. Maybe there were some boundaries set by you, and unfortunately, probably not by him as well. So I mean, I think a lot of times we tend to think, okay, well, what did the other person do? What did the other person do that they did wrong? But I mean, I think that this is a pretty good example of, first off, take anyone else's opinions out of your mind, because no offense, nobody else has an opinion on this. They don't need to have an opinion on this. I think that a big fear of yours is that you would take advantage of somebody.
Well, yeah, because...
As a 17-year-old, I wouldn't
Well, yeah.
like to it.
There should have maybe been boundaries, and there wasn't.
Well, there were some boundaries. You know, there were, like, the boundary of not talking to certain people, not drinking. There was the boundary of, you know, obviously I wanted him to come to me for his issues and not use them in self-destructive coping mechanisms. And there was another boundary. I think it was like anything sexual was just kind of in the back of the last thing to think about. Like there was like almost nothing sexual in the relationship that I could think of. He posted sexual art and I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really well drawn. And obviously he was in the adult area of my server because he said he was an adult, like every other adult that joined. So, you know, he had access to that. But like personally with him, there wasn't anything that I can think of that had like a sexual...
Does that make it a relationship, or does that just make it a friendship?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, we had pet names for each other and stuff.
Okay. So I guess it kind of comes down to, you know, that line which, sure, you might have had boundaries, he might have had boundaries with you, but I think also you have to have boundaries with yourself as well. Are you starting this, and I'm not going to say relationships, I'll just say yeah, right? It can be a friendship, it can be a relationship, it can be platonic. Are you going to start this ship with somebody then? Because you feel like you need to protect them? Because if that's the case, then you can just be friends with this person.
Yeah. I think it was also like a kick.
Just because somebody is threatening to hurt themselves, or that they are lonely, or they are, you know, in a dangerous situation, doesn't mean we need to get into a relationship with them, right? Otherwise, it would be a really hard job to be a therapist.
Honestly, yeah, because the relationship didn't feel like anything but just me being the therapist for him and kind of just supporting him. And as much as I cared about him, that's not really what a romantic relationship is.
Yeah.
I mean, I offered to, like, bring him to America one day in the later...
What the fuck? Buttons controlled who the kid talked to, bought the kid food, talked about sexual topics like kinks. Buttons even wanted the minor to go to it with ideations. Oh my god, this is a fucking weirdo. God damn.
future to explore and maybe like see a different state and go on a vacation or go to fucking Australia and visit one day or something when he had his own place and stability. But that was a later down the line thing, and it was more of, hey, come see my world, I'll see yours. And he like talked about, oh, let's go on a date night or whatever when you come see me. I'll drive you and we'll go on like a little, like, we had discussions of that, but like that was like once in a blue moon discussion thing. And he was a very like affectionate person with me. Like it was very clear from the beginning that I think he was the one that kind of put out those feelers first. And I think like subconsciously I picked it up. But I didn't, it's hard to explain because it's like I'm not sure if
Buttons trying to be delicate. Thankfully failed. Fucking pussy! Try to fuck again, bitch! Try to fuck again!
I know that I genuinely just really cared about him, but I'm not sure. Maybe it actually wasn't. See, the problem is I'm aromantic asexual. So romance and attraction for me feel different than someone non-aromantic asexual.
Okay.
Aromantic asexual.
What does it feel like for you?
So being attraction for sexual, I don't have sexual attraction to people, like flat out. That's just not a thing I have. I only have, this is embarrassing, I only have sexual attraction to fictional characters. They feel safe, and I can have a fantasy and not be hurt, and
yeah, they can't do anything back to you.
yeah, exactly. I don't have anything bad that's going to happen to.
You should kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now.
To me. But when it comes to actual people, I mean, with my own partner, I'm just not sexual. And it's not because of them, it's just because of how I am. Like, especially after Libe.
Yeah.
And I take all of any desire I have sexually on anything with fantasy. So I'll do role play, but usually it's like friends, because we have fictional characters and stories we make. Like when me and Nexar, or, you know, the kid, whatever, and again, this is under the presumption he said he was an adult. Like, obviously I feel disgusting that he was actually 17, but he told everybody he was an adult. He put it all over his profiles, and in every server he was in the adult areas when I met him, so I was under the assumption when doing these things he was an adult. I've noticed that when I'm friends with people, it's easier for me to have a sexual roleplay or talk about that stuff, but then the minute it turns romantic, it's like something in my brain goes different. And I'm just not as open about it for some reason, and I think it's because of my past, where it feels easier when I'm not as intimate with someone to just kind of casually roleplay with them. And even with Nexar, we didn't do anything sexual in roleplay to the best of my knowledge. We had discussions of fetishes, and we maybe like had a master pet theme play where his character owned mine, but at the same time, there was nothing actually sexual that played out. And again, this was under the assumption he said he was an adult. I'm going on a ramble about my sexual attraction and romantic shit. As far as romantic attraction,
I think it's important to understand your background on it. You know, the conversation now between him being 17 versus 18, not too much of a difference. Realistically, because 17 in a lot of states is an adult. 18, yeah, you know, it's the universal understanding of it.
I know, but I still feel morally wrong that someone was like underage legally. Like, that's just fucked up to me. And I know I'm not at fault for that part because he lied about his age. Like, had I known he was a minor, I would have never had personal conversations with him. I would have never had a server. I would have never DM'd. I would have never done any of that. I would have kept him at a fucking distance like I do with everyone under 18.
So what if he had turned 18 the day after you guys started talking?
I still wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I'll be very completely honest. I've had situations like that. Like, if I meet someone and they're already 18, I chat in public.
I just had to take a whiff of crack.
Chat rooms with them, and maybe we'll talk in private DMs, but we also just really talk about art or whatever's going on online with fandom and shit. But like, I am very particular about my conversations, and the only reason I really like got close with him was because I felt empathetic towards him. You know, at first we were just friends who did roleplay casually. And then one day he had a traumatic flashback about something because of stuff going on with his ex-boyfriend who just broke up with him. And he just put all of this traumatic backstory on me of his entire childhood in an entire 2 hours. To the point, it was so severe, I remembered my own trauma of my father and what he did to me.
Yeah.
Like, it was
That sounds pretty messy because it's messing with your own triggers as well.
It was.
I'm interested to know if you have like a, because unfortunately I almost don't think that 18 should be the cutoff anymore. It sounds like.
It should, for me, I think it should be like, what do you mean the cutoff? Can you explain what that means?
Like maybe you don't talk to people who are 18 years old. Sure, they're an adult, but do you really want to talk to an 18-year-old? You're 26?
Whatever the therapist wants to say.
Yeah. I mean, people in the fandom.
Maybe we don't talk to somebody who's under the age of 20.
Yeah. I mean, they're in my server because it's an adult and server, so it's like people are going to be in the general space.
Yeah. So listen, he lied about his age. It's whatever. Okay. He made that mistake. He made that issue. However, where we can be pissed about that, absolutely, because he put a lot of people at risk. He put you at risk. You now are upset about it. So let's go beyond that. Let's talk about this aspect then of boundaries within the relationship. If it's supposed to be a friendship, allow it to be a friendship. You can still be a mentor to somebody and be a friend, but there has to be boundaries with what you're talking about. So maybe it wasn't sexual. Okay. But the fact though that you guys still went on and said, you know, had labels for each other. This is my boyfriend, this is my boyfriend, this is, you know, we have pet names for each other. It went past the point of boundaries.
Why does my phone keep plugging and unplugging on its own? Sorry. So I thought, if I'm friends with an 18-year-old and I'm, because really the way me and Nexar started.
What is that in there?
I decided we get in sick today. Anyways.
Talking is he made a post on Twitter saying he was starved in his foster home, and you know me and my background. Immediately I was like, I gotta get this kid fed. So, you know, I was like, okay, 18-year-old starving foster home, my triggers are going off, I gotta do something to help. And then I sent him money, he was very grateful for it, so I was like, okay. And then he was in another chat room I was in, where I was in the adult area of the chat room generally talking about fetishes with people, and then he popped in and was like, oh my god, I have the same fetish. I was like, oh shit, okay. He's like, hey, do you roleplay? I'm like, yeah, kinda. Yeah, I do roleplay, yeah. And I was like, well, we're both adults. I mean, if you're comfortable and you're an adult, I don't see why there's an issue. And then we didn't really do anything sexual. We actually made just a full-blown story of our characters.
When you say roleplay, is it in a sexual nature?
There was one roleplay of master pet theme, but there was nothing actually sexual between them, and then it went to just them being affectionate towards each other and bonding over like their struggles and becoming better with each other. Like, it had the theme of master pet, but there was nothing actually sexual other than the character was a demon and he owned the soul of my character. And then, other than that, there wasn't anything to the best of my knowledge. There was...
Okay, it's 21 minutes out of an hour. I'll play it up to right there, because I gotta finish reading this doc. So... I'll put the music back on. Okay, let's finish reading this, because this actually isn't really that long. So, you're right here. I was so appalled that I immediately refunded the money without thinking. Here is the receipt for the refund. Sugar believes
response to me posting its email address that it itself had already posted at least once beforehand. It also goes directly against PayPal and Ko-Fi's TOS user agreements that use information obtained from transactions for legal action. We have your information to pursue legal charges, and I will post your information is not the same notion. You posted out email uncensored. I hope our report gets your account banished for good. Not long after this incident, Sugar copyrighted claimed one of Sprinkle's posts for containing a picture of its artwork. Usually this would be completely legally sound and not anything to really complain about. However, Sugar intentionally used a non-current address when making the report. For those unaware, this is literally considered a form of fraud and is very much illegal. The copyright claim was likely an attempt to gain Sprinkle's legal information with minimal exposure of Sugar's own up-to-date information, as the only way to submit a counterclaim is to give the person claiming your post basically your entire docs. I have no doubt that Sugar would have used this information for malicious purposes, so no counterclaim was made for Sprinkle's safety. Notably, it used the same method in the past with YouTuber known as Lyle Convoy, falsely copyright striking one of his videos about it and forcing him to make a counterclaim. It then used that information to take him to court. That is what I believe it was attempting to do here. Okay, so Lyle made another video about it, about them. Okay, how do I close that out? Your account has been locked. What happened? Your account has been locked because X received a non-compliant Digital Millennial Copyright Act notice for content posted to your X account. Yeah, the usual Twitter bullshit. Wow, damn, I'm not reading that. The false address is underneath the black squares. I don't wish to dox whoever may live there currently. Here's the apartment. The cherry on top here is that it is publicly admitting to lying under penalty of perjury. This is a fully public admission to committing to actual fraud. For obvious reasons, I didn't use my current address, by the way. Nice try, though. Caught sending itself anonymous hate. This section is being added about a month after this document's initial release. This section is only so high up because it is so damning an extremely recent example of Sugar's continued problematic behavior. Less than a day ago, when this section was added on 5/13/25, this also heavily supports some theories further down in the document. Those being that I felt Sugar frequently sent itself both support and hate to look good while also playing victim. It partakes in both behaviors in the screenshots below. These are all from its new Neospring page. Anonymous you labeled this is Sugar's own screenshot. Thank you. It's been really hard. Everyone fucking hates you. You know it. Quit lying to yourself, freak. No you label. Guys, seriously fucking shocked at how much support there's been. Oh. Screenshot of the same ass, but taken by me. There is no longer a you label. Sugar is sending itself hate and support asks. How did you not notice? How did you not notice this? He's being told to step back personally. Oh, hey, real question, but is Sugar safe mentally okay? I stayed with Chaos for a while, but I'm actually concerned about Sugar and his mental state right now. I know this month's been shit for him, and I need to know if he's okay. He's being told to step back personally for his well-being. He's broken up about a lot right now, and he's had a severe identity crisis from this shit. Our therapist has been helping with, and well, gestures to Nazarene, our coworker, raped is trying to poke his head up again, etc., etc. It's a lot on him. He lost his brother to suicide, so someone threatening him yesterday fucked him up bad. He has severe trigger to those kinds of statements and had to be talked down from a panic attack by a group of people that reassured whatever happens isn't on him. So not really, he's not okay. And Mother's Day was, well, its own nightmare privately with his lack of a mom and shit. So he's taking a break. Really proving your point here, sarcasm. The same screenshot, you can see the U label in the corner. Sugar sending itself hate to blame it on me. So good chance this isn't the first or only time. You eat so much, are you fat? Actually underweight. The same ask, but again from my end. Notice the lack of a U label. None of Sugar's asks have a U label on them for me, and if prompted, I will gladly screenshot this. You're so sexy, haha. Oh my god, thanks. My friend testing this Neo Spring feature for me. The proof is in the pudding. That's all for this edit. Hopefully now Sugar has thoroughly demolished his credibility. I will no longer have to keep adding to this document. I think that covers it quite enough. In a determined amount of time later, Sugar's Neo Spring account was terminated. I'm not sure of the concrete reason, but it is possible to fake a non-hating. Got it. It flagged and banned accounts and censored to prevent false copyright strikes. Racism and slur usage. Oh. Wow, there was more. Sugar in the year 2024, dating a minor. Sugar in the year 2024, dated a 17-year-old boy by the name of Nexar. I do not know Nexar's current preferred name or pronouns, so I'll be defaulting to they them. This name is Sugar did not groom Nexar. Nexar themselves does not believe that Sugar groomed them due to the fact that they lied about their age. I will be respecting this. Please do not accuse Sugar of grooming Nexar. Okay, you're not a groomer, but you're still a pedophile. That you cannot disagree with. Alright, do not call me even. Do not call me even groomer over this. I lied, and that's not on him. You didn't know. So that can possibly make him a predator. I just want to make that clear. Let him scream into the void only once and repeat himself like a broken fucking record. And be one. Now, XR, by their own admission above, had lied about their age at the time of dating Sugar. However, there has been no proof from either side that Sugar bothered to ask Nexar's age before they began dating, only after. Obviously, someone dating an 18-year-old at 26 is extremely creepy, even if technically illegal. In addition to the age and maturity gap, Sugar was very toxic towards Nexar, as shown on the screenshots below provided by Nexar. I blocked him because he kept threatening to leave me if I didn't do what he demanded me to do. He immediately texted my number after I told him to leave me alone. That's trying to hurt yourself somehow, and you shouldn't be trying to get high on medicine. It's easy to overdose. Drinking and all this is bad regardless. Okay, I'm just not going to tell you stuff anymore. This cuts off. Okay, you didn't talk to me before doing something like I wanted. I have asked you so many times, talk to me before this. This cuts off. But I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. You're a good, wonderful wonderful person, but if this is going to continue, I'm going to step away. I can only do so much and help so much. If I have to take care of myself, I need to take time for myself. I want to be here for you, but it's stressful and a lot, and I'm sorry. Yeah, this is extremely toxic talking. All this happened because I took a 5-minute drill, by the way. He started telling everyone in his server and whatnot I was trying to kill myself. Okay, these are the full ones. I'm on the phone with my mom, okay? I genuinely wasn't trying to hurt myself. I just don't feel great, and I'd rather do this than drink or go back to smoking stuff I shouldn't. That's trying to hurt yourself somehow, and you shouldn't be trying to get high on medicine. It's easy to overdose. Drinking and all this is bad regardless. Buttons was in a position of trust to get this kid's number. Okay, I'm just not going to tell you stuff anymore. I'm super tired of this. This is what I mean by you get upset every time. Why the fuck wouldn't I? I told you to talk to me before you do stuff, not after. Yes, I'm upset. You put a lot of medicine in you. I wasn't trying to hurt myself. It's still unnatural, unhealthy, and harmful, regardless. Like, I love you, but this isn't healthy. This is the opposite. Okay, you didn't talk to me before doing something like I wanted. I asked you, have asked you so many times. Talk to me before this. Any person in my position would get upset. Anyone. I'm sorry if I seem loud and upset, but I'm worried and freaking out. I'm tired of you threatening to leave if I don't do what you want, so do whatever. I say I will leave if it becomes too much for me, and I only able to do so much. I can't. I'm sorry. If you genuinely keep doing this, I can't. I love you, but this is unhealthy. This was too soon, and I'm sorry. I love you, but I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. You're a good, wonderful person, but if this is going to continue, I'm going to step away. I can only do so much and help so much. I have to take care for myself. I need to take time for myself. I want to be here for you, but it's stressful and a lot, and I'm sorry. You're not blocked on Discord. I'll be here as a support, but only as so much as I'm allowed. The rest I have to block for emotional security. Okay, don't reach out to me again. Bye. I was about to send this before you blocked me, and I'll always love you no matter how you feel about me. I just wanted you to be okay. Please leave me alone. I hope one day you'll understand I only want what's best for you. You hurt me a lot. You hurt me too. I've already lost a friend to suicide and worrying about that goes off. Just try to make yourself safe. I'm worrying about myself. I'm worrying about my safety. I know you're worried about your safety, but I'm worried about your mental well-being. It's affecting me too. It's making my physical illness stuff flare up. Because all I can keep thinking about is how it's making you go spiral. Well, stop talking about it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Just stop talking about it. Please leave the group chat for my mental health. How are you gonna make him leave the group chat? If it's hurting you, you can fucking leave. Just fucking leave. Leave yourself. The fuck? Please leave the group chat for my mental health. You've been in how many times suicidal about this? How many times has someone told you something and made you spiral? I keep telling you this. It's a cycle at this point. And if you don't stop it, it's going to continue. It's going to continue either way. Whether it's to hurt you, hurt yourself, or do something harmful like drink. Turn that down a little bit because it keeps feeding back. Even looking at the message won't stop that line of thinking for a bit to consider your actions. I want to help you with this, but you need to work with me and not be competitive about it. Combative. I'm not being combative though. If you promise me you will try and you will listen to what advice I'm giving you, then I will not leave. But you need to try. You drank without telling me you had alcohol or found it. You knew that I didn't want you drinking, and you knew that I wanted you to dump it out. You didn't communicate with me. I'm not upset, but I'm worried. This is not healthy. You're struggling and I don't want to bother you. And the rest of that cuts off. Sugar was very sexual with him. This is relevant only because it often claims it was not sexual with Nexer. He engaged in a lot of Omarashi talk with me. This is just from our own server. Omarashi. I love Omarashi, and holding your hand would be okay with it being an RP. Omarashi with him is just cute to think about. I hate the fact that he's mortal in my dumb brain when we're talking about Omarashi the other day. F perishing. Omarashi equals biscuit. My brain instantly went to Omarashi and permission shit. Shaking him. Gods, I hate how my brain saw the dog image and went to so much shit. Omarashi, pet platy, master sub, fuck. Am I really going to read this? Oh, what the fuck? I'm so down, to be honest. D is kind of a freak sometimes. Part of his manipulation is giving into human desires and giving them what they want, so they'll cling to him harder. I will, so Angel would. Oh boy, my thoughts are unholy right now. Feel free to share. My brain instantly went to Omarashi and permission and shit, like permission for food, being allowed to sit with him, to eat, allowed to approach, rude being call him sir, roll being call him sir, but being given praise when he don't bang. Oh my fucking god. Hi, he's struggling and looking at him, begging, asking him to stop it and tucking his shirt. He totally would. You're so right. He just watch him struggle and beg him smirk at him. Dia would be relishing in it. Doesn't even give him a response, but just stares at him with that stupid ass smirk. Hey, come on, this isn't fair, he whimpers. While lots of things aren't fair, turns his head away and crosses his legs, as if bored. Such an asshole. He'd glare at him for once and go up to him and tug his shirt even harder. He's basically bothering the shit out of him until he lets him. Bear in mind, this is all a 26-year-old speaking to what it thought was an 18-year-old that it was also dating. I have been told this is a pattern for Sugar by those who have known it longer, dating 18-year-olds, that is. Sugar confirms it has had at least one other 18-year-old partner. Here. Just showing he doesn't check ages of the people he dates. Boy, these people would have a field day if they find out my girlfriend is literally 18. Keep in mind I didn't know that she was 18 when we started dating. She just told me she was an adult and I trusted her because we were an adult community. and she was 18 when we met and everything. But like, boy, these people are so dumb that is goddamn disturbing. Erotic roleplay with a minor. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know either, but I felt like I had to at least discuss this with you. I mean, I can't really judge you because I've been lying too for a while. LOL, I'm 17. You're 17. Fair. I'm glad I know. Guy he is talking about. Next is 18. What the fuck? Ahem. Alright, gonna break this down. I've asked both my therapist and partner about this, so yeah. He's an adult, and he has been since we met. We're never if at all sexual, so it's not predatory in any manner. I've been helping him with struggles in personal life, and being there for him. An event that happened made me realize how much I cherish. Hello there. Was I? Make sure everything is always comfortable, kind, and respectful. Checking comfort for your partner is always a must, and especially with age difference. 6, I don't hide we're a thing. That would make it fucked. When I was 19, a 40-year-old man dated me who was highly sexual. Oh my god. sorry about that. Okay, taking care of somebody. So, okay, where the hell was I? 40-year-old in question is former Brony analysis, drama tutor, FNGR. Yeah, I think Lyle talked about that person before. Okay. Right, okay, I was reading these points. 4, I've been helping him with struggles in personal life and being there for him. An event that happened that made me realize how much I cherish him and how much I just want him loved and okay. I've made sure everything is always comfortable, kind, and respectful. Checking comfort for your partners is always a must. And especially with age difference. 6, we don't hide that we're a thing. That would have made it fucked. When I was 19, a 40-year-old man who dated me was highly sexually predatory and had me conceal we were together, was mentally abusive, controlled me, etc. My position in the relationship is ensuring Elucid is cared when we're about where things in his life are lacking and frankly heartbreaking to witness. If you take issue, fine, but he's an adult and it is a mutually respectful relationship, and I think that's all that matters. Truthfully, it's about respecting each other, mutuality, support, etc. And before anyone says anything, me and Nex were already lovey and shit before we actually got together. I was already going to ask him out before me and the girlfriend split. But what we did and how it went down, everyone said, well, doesn't matter now. On top of all of that, once the pair split up, Sugar began dating Nexar's actual groomer, Morg Party on Twitter. As of June 27, 2025, the pair is broken up. However, no reason was provided. It is unlikely that it was due to Morg Party's past behavior, as Sugar was aware of it and defended it multiple times. The proof Nexar has provided of Morg Party's behavior can be found below. Since you wanted proof so bad, evidence that Hex and Morg are the same person as well, they used to go by Hex Party. Here's them sending me porn when I was 16. God, that's censored. Hex. Oh. You know her? Didn't know they had that. Oh my god. Could I tell you a secret that I shouldn't really be telling anyone? But I've got nothing more to lose, and I trust you not to tell anyone. Yeah, what's up? I'm Hex. I knew it. I'm sorry, don't tell nobody, please. For the love of God, this is our secret, okay? I won't, don't worry, of course. I think you're cool. What the fuck? Work Party Arcade, Hex's Pity Party. Sugar even bragged about this, claiming it was glad that Nexar had fumbled Morg Party so that it could date them instead. Gore is one of Morg Party's neo-pronouns. Thank you for fumbling so I can treat them how they actually deserve. Oh my god, this is like... It's creep show art with the fucking sending itself anonymous hate. And it's Nezzy Monster too with the haha you fumbled them message. Like how Nezzy Monster sent that to Julie for fumbling Avi or whatever. So Creepshow and Nezzy did the fucking fusion dance. Someone's just mad they fumbled their ex, and now it's my turn to treat Gore right. Be mad. Oh my god, kill yourself. Sugar, you need to kill yourself. Sugar has also continuously defended Morg Party's innocence. I know that something is going around about my partner, so I'm going to make a very clear effing statement. My partner was told that the person was an adult and did not groom him. And if He lied about his age and said he was an adult. That's not grooming at all. That's being lied to by a minor. My partner was consistently told I'm 18 turning 19. In fact, this minor was very sexually coercive to my partner. My partner does not like sexual stages due to trauma and was not one for RP or anything. And this person mentally abused the shit. Creepshow, Nezzy, Isaac Bloom's Nightmare Fusion. Not my partner until they gave in. If you lie about your age online and you tell someone you're an adult, can you pressure them sexually? You're disgusting. My partner is the victim of abuse and painted as something they're not. This person is fucking unhinged, drawing rape art of an actual person and sending it to my poor partner. So you need to reconsider the actuality of the situation. My partner was 20 and was told this person was 19, nearly 19. That's not grooming. The victim abused my partner for sexual roleplay and drew art of decapitation and rape and sent it to them. You make the fucking judgment call. 18 nearly. If you put everywhere on socials that you're an adult and even go to NSFW servers, this person went into your boyfriend's Gravity Falls Bilford server and actively was in the NSFW area. So you tell me about irresponsible online hypocrite bullshit. You are at fault for lying. You are the one personally pressuring sexually. You are the one held responsible for this shit. I will not have my partner call the groomer when this deranged psychopathic person did this shit. Zen, no age verification ever happened. Quaint, isn't it? How I met the minor in your boyfriend's server in the NSFW area, huh? So is your boyfriend not at fault? That's where they and I first interacted. Crickets? Want to make excuses there? I did as much age verification as your own dipshit boyfriend. He lied about his age and was given server access to kink NSFW discussions on your boyfriend's Bilford's Discord, buddy. In the screenshots above, Sugar claims that it never met Nexar. That it met Nexar in my Gravity Falls server's NSFW channel. This is easily debunked. And just another example of Sugar always trying to pin the blame on others. Nexar never had the 18 plus rule. Hey, I'm Angel/Buddy, your local 26-year-old build sick and self-shipper. Oh my god, you're a self-shipper.
You should kill yourself now.
I'm a veteran of the fandom circa 2015, super into the triangle, arrow, ace, and an artist. Pronouns, it's, gender figuring out, disaster. Likes Alice in Wonderland, Gravity Falls, general fandoms, not too many. Oh, and musicals and horror movies extra. I'm a trauma-based dissociative system host, so sometimes we're not present because we're dealing with our stuff. And we work a 6-day job in child advocacy, so very busy. Oh shit. Thank God that was not open. I knocked the soda can over. I'm so fucked when I opened that. Hi Lavender, how you doing? As a self-shipper and the OC canon shipper, we don't blame the piss gremlin. Okay, I might have that wrong. What is self-shipping? Because I think that's when you put yourself with other fictional characters. Yeah, no, I have it right. A fan pairing themselves or self-insert romantically with a character in existing media. Yeah, I had that right. Okay. Do not interact, pro-ship accounts, incest, or anyone specifically involved with Rick Gordy in the Rick and Morty fandom. Oh, and if you see the user, thank you, meme, boot them immediately. DM me for details. Final note, I've had to say this on other servers, but genuinely, if you want to correct me, I typed something wrong. Please don't. I've suffered as a concussion. I suffered as a concussion. And it can make me self-conscious about how it affects me. Please and thank you. Name, moon, next are illicit, no preference. Pronouns any, 18 for 1806. Interest, Gravity Falls, Five Nights at Freddy's, Ultra Kill, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Electric Dreams, 1984, Astrology, Astronomy, Just Stars, Space Things in General, Time Zone, GMT, Socials, there's nothing over here. Soul just landed. Oh, okay, that's... Okay. Yeah, shut up. Hey, yeah. Okay. Next are my buddy. God, shut the Turn that shit off. Next are my buddy. I'm hugging you. Hi, hello. Punching you platonically, affectionately putting you in a jar and shaking. Not if I put you in a jar first, affectionate, putting you in a jar with sticks and leaves, so watch you crawl like a bug. Affectionate. Ugh. Okay. Discussing an SFW around minors. Harassment and boundary breaking. Starting off with the most useful evidence. First, Sugar putting multiple people. Straw page harassment. Oh, sending multiple straw page harassment. These screenshots use the name Eden and he/him pronouns due to their age. Like many others in this doc, I apologize for that. Proof we obtained by speaking with the straw page website creator that Sugar's IP matched some of the anons I was sent. This means that any number of these anons could be Sugar, which I suspect is a good amount of them. Anon Sugar sent to someone on January 16th around 4 p.m. Eastern. And I hope stuff gets better for you, Anon. That was me. I was trying and had to say it in Anon first because I didn't want to come off as weird or cringy or something, but thank you. Thank you. Your art is cozy. Never stop being your wonderful self and making wonderful art. Confirmation this was Sugar. Ask me something here. There is something very deeply emotional about your monkey wrench art, and I just found it, and it really helps me. I'm looking at this and using it as a soul cleanse right now after some pain and hurt. The owner of the straw page confirmed the IP of these two anons were the same. So sorry, one more. This could actually confirm who's been doing all this. These won't have the same IP as before, but could you check if these messages share a sender/IP? They were sent on January 16th around 4 p.m. Eastern for reference. So sorry, man. I just had to dig through a bunch of these old anons. Same IP. Anon sent along with many others to Chaos Blast around January 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't care if you hate Eden, he has a history of assault and doesn't deserve that as little as anyone does. I'm disgusted by nobody, and I actually feel so horrible for Ethan right now. I put blame on you for refusing to spread awareness about someone dangerous that this community has hurt. And I don't know if it's you or one of your friends, but people going around and harassing people that he knows and cares about, or even himself, it doesn't make you any better. The gimmicks sent to Chaos and Chaos Blast this morning were sent by an IP that's never accessed the website, likely a VPN. The same IP proceeded to send Sugar a message of support. Considering the new evidence, Sugar has indeed sent harassment to Chaos. I believe it is likely that he is block evading by using a VPN as well as sending himself support messages to look better. We don't entirely believe that he was the one behind the vulgar gimmicks, but a large majority of the Anons bothering people about Sugar were likely him. The ones sent to Chaos Blast in your screenshot, they're from the same IP, but it's a new IP that only popped up in the past hour for the first time. Different IP from before today. I guess it might be a VPN then. And the latest message to Geo Bunnies is from that IP too. It was sent 20 minutes ago. Oh, what does the message to Geo Bunnies say? As much shit has happened online, no one deserves the life you had. Your tweets about your life and your friend put a lot of disperspective for me. We were also supposed to band together, not fear each other apart. I guess it's supposed to be terror. Online drama isn't important now with this country's future. I see, this might confirm some suspicions. Sprinkle going by blue screen virus and Shadow Milk Stall. Oh great, the Wi-Fi's fucking up again. Shadow Milk Stall in these screenshots received a large wave of straw page harassment following him posting these to his Yumi account. That post is now deleted due to blackmailing. Notably, these anons repeat many things Sugar has said to us in DMs, such as calling my system immature, saying that we act like a high schooler, and saying we have bad emotional regulation skills. What the fuck? If anybody has bad emotional regulation. Sugar is also fond of making these threats just like these anons do. So this is not a coincidence. Screenshots below for comparison. What if I draw your OC decapitated? Cute, huh? Your OC is lame, shoddy, over-designed mess. You act like a whiny, spoiled child. You're a cry-bully who throws a fit, makes a mess, and acts as if it's someone else's turn to clean it up. You need better emotional regulation skills. Not too many friends at school, huh? Your OC would look great, would look good if the colors were less sparkle dog. Look at me, I'm so special. Grow up, you infinite crybaby. Here's an idea. Delete the post or be humiliated. Leave Eden alone, turd. You have infinite main character syndrome. Grow up. Your persona is something I'd make when I was 12. You have the maturity of a 13-year-old, and that's not positive. It wasn't stalked, and if you have approached me, we would have compared timestamps. I'm pretty sure that we would have been proven. I literally have just been spending time isolating away from most people and doing nothing but being with my fiance. I'm sorry that your system member feels threatened, but you really need to check on your emotional regulation skills. Every alter I've encountered in your system has done nothing but been condescending and talked down to me if I'm a child. You and your system need to get your asses in checked. And I'm sorry, but this is disgusting behavior. You can stalk my page and feel insecure. You can't take into consideration on dealing with these things right now, and I don't have time for anything. I'm focusing on my life and coping with my circumstances. Again, childish, petty behavior. I hope you'll grow up. If you want to compare timestamps and actually figure out that this has been a misunderstanding and actually blowing up over nothing, then we can. And if not, then stop looking at my page and move on and grow up. I am so goddamn tired of this. I have been dealing with a coworker having been murdered and grieving. I do not need your bitching right now, and I'm going to be very blunt about that for once. This could have been avoided if I was approached directly and calmly, but it wasn't. This is something a high schooler would do, and I'm sick and tired of this behavior from you and your system. Please, I figured you learned DBT and utilize it. Oh my god. Sprinkle also called Sugar out for another false claim it had made early on. Sugar claimed to donate to Sprinkle's GoFundMe, made because he was facing homelessness and needed to buy food. Obviously, lying about helping someone in a time of need in an attempt to make yourself look better is extremely scummy. And we were able to prove it did exactly that. Wow, didn't think I had to contribute to something new, but here I am. Thank you to the Anon for this info. Eden at Eden the Bun lied about donating to my GoFundMe to belittle me and make himself look good. As an organizer, I can see the names of everyone who donated, and he did not. Here's a series of images below proving Sugar blatantly lied about this. Originally posted by Sprinkle but deleted due to the blackmail like everything else. I made it Anon, but I donated to Chaos GFM a while ago, when it was being spread around that even if I didn't like him, I didn't think he deserved shit. So, or wait, Zen. It was Zen, but yeah. Said it was Chaos Blast at first for some reason, despite saying in the server it was mine. Claims they donated to it anonymously. What a wonderful thing to feel after I gave $150 to someone in need. Yeah, I didn't say anything because you just do good things to be good. Claims they donated $150 to my GoFundMe. He preaches about doing the right thing and is actively using my situation to make himself look good. Even if he did donate this money, which he didn't, it would still be a horrible thing to do. Remember the big car crash I had and the money I got? I gave a portion to them because they were in a shitty situation. Being a good person isn't fucking performative and calling out bullshit. It's just doing the right thing. Doing the right thing and you never did it, LMAO. Bringing up the car crash money to make himself look even more generous is just awful. Posted in his Discord server. Watching shit in real time is insane to me. Them, harassment is bad. Mood. Yeah, Eden's being harassed too. Them, he's not important. His harassment is hella deserved. Me sitting in the corner, healing from surgery. I'm going to go off for a minute. I made it Anon, but I donated to Zen's GFM a while ago. Okay, yeah, this is the same thing. So, I didn't say anything because you just do good things, see good, but yeah, I fucking donated to him and shit. So thanks guys, I don't regret it, but like, wow, oof. Being called a good person isn't fucking performative. Calling out bullshit, just doing the right thing. Okay, so some of this was cut out. Somehow trying to make us look bad because he donated to me. Somebody joined the... Bring them in. Okay. Left out the amount of money and the fact that he thought it was Chaos Blast was copy-pasted and sent to the DMs of Anon. First names are censored for the privacy of donors. While this person's first name is Eden, their last name is not the same as Sugar's at all. Even if it is, it's only $5, not $150. Help Sprinkle continue his education and flee his family. Literally just Chaos Blast, literally just Vinny Art. Total donations to prove I didn't exclude any. Do the math if you don't believe me. Chaos Blast friend who donated and when he shared it to them. No $150 donation. I'm gonna be real, I sobbed for a solid 30 minutes when I go through this info. Chaos Blast can at least attest I was in call with him when this happened. Having money used against me is a massive fear of mine from deep-seated trauma. Thanks Sugar, never asking for donos or using GoFundMe ever again. Sugar fucking used my struggle to lie about donating to make himself look better. I never received a $150 donation, let alone any money from him. The fact he tried to use this fake money to pin me and my friends as bad people and support his argument disgusts me. My financial struggles are not something for you to take advantage of, and you are a horrible person. Even if he did donate, that never gives him the right to use it and to belittle me. I appreciate the Anon who gave this information to me. Stay safe. Sugar attempted to debunk this proof, which Sprinkle debunked again. Oh my god. Debunking this stupid shit. Hey, I didn't lie about the donation, dude. It turns out shit didn't go through and I didn't realize till looking at my bank. So yeah, all I have to say on that. Transaction in October, it failed to send because the account didn't have enough money. I didn't think he would try and donate more than he had. Why it did, I don't know, but it did. I only know about this because a friend tapped my shoulder. I didn't lie about donating the shit. I've been in toxic and abusive homes and I want people out of them. Sorry it didn't go through, but I did actually want to help because I know how it feels. When I first blocked Angel, he claims he donated when it was being spread around, and when he didn't like me and Sugar never had issues with one another until early November, which was the same time I respread the GoFundMe. So this October transaction does not line with the timeline of events at all, not to mention the weird amount and just lack of overall details. This could be literally any transaction from Sugar's bank. I would believe it if it included the details of what the transaction was for, as almost all banks provide that, but that's excluded of course. Plus I'm sure he would notice that if a large transaction didn't go through, especially since it was such a financial burden, since it took from his car crash money. Inconsistent amount was 150, now 207. 207 is a weirdly specific amount to donate, which is why I believe this is an entirely different transaction. That's 207, failed. Yep, 150. Early November, early September. There's a visual gap in donations. Donation dates from when I spread it. I never received donations in October because I didn't spread it then. No, Eden, a random transaction for your bank does not prove that you tried to donate to me. When I spread my GoFundMe around. Not gonna unblock them, by the way. Okay, thank you for the apology. They're just a little irked when I first blocked Angel. My Halloween plans, update the GoFundMe. I'm gonna say a mean word to you. You are going to get hemorrhoids. I'm gonna say a mean word to you. That's all I've been doing today. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, now I just need to make a new cover image and then make a post. Go for it. Post be up. Now here's a substantial compilation of straw page harassment that was sent to various people in the Gravity Falls forum in the name of defending Sugar. After I made my original call-out post, now deleted, not all are confirmed to be Sugar, as I couldn't check the IP of every single one, but you can see speech patterns that match the way it speaks. Plus, Sugar did not really have that many supporters. Okay, this is quite a lot. I thought you were homeless. It looks like you live inside of a house. Okay, some of them are so far out I can't read them. So I'll read the ones I can. So I can't read this one, it's too far. Stop victimizing yourself and go jump. What the hell? Sexual assault harasser. If you're friends with Snowcake after he sexually harassed Eden, you need help. Okay, this is one from earlier. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Your build design is also cringe, I think, and basic. Maybe get a personality. Hope you get gutted for your harassment. You guys are the harassers, and as a follow, you just lost one. Literally, I don't respect abusers like you, especially when victims of harassment are here. You're the reason victims never get hurt. Your art is like a 13-year-old drew it. Damn, so... How are you and your friends who lack media literacy doing? Oh my god. Just throw in political talk and all this will be Clonafan. Die now. Leave Eden alone, you abusers. Good job making Eden suffer more. You should donate to Eden's GoFundMe since it was so nice to you. Just saying. Delete the call out now. Leave Eden alone for fuck's sake. Loser. No one likes you. Deactivate. Nice job harassing a victim. Unfollowed. Especially because it's trying to get financial aid right now. Don't try to cut someone off for getting help. Otherwise you're being a hypocrite. To what happened last night's stream. Especially because it's trying to get financial aid right now. Okay, this just loops. I'll draw you underage and raped. What the fuck buttons? I'll draw you underage and raped. What? Imagine making someone isolated and thinking you don't deserve to be beaten. Slut. Bothering a ton of popular artists in the Gravity Falls fandom, as well as an anonymous outlier. 15 whole straw pages of Eden Defenders, get the fuck out. Dude, get out of my straw page and leave my friends alone. I genuinely do not give a fuck if the messages are Eden or not. I don't care. My friends have received the most viral shit I've ever seen on his behalf. And even if it's not him sending them, that doesn't erase everything else he did. Eden posted evidence the anons aren't him. He's even got dates, times, and locations, and other victims of the same person showed in the thread. Triggers for sexual assault, sexual harassment. Oh boy. Whoever is messaging my straw page about Eden again, give up. I literally don't care. Stop trying to fish for me to care. I gotta have someone to ask. Oh god, okay, I hope that person did not attach personal info. Otherwise, I suggest deleting their PayPal and making a new one like I did. Given I live in a household that's kind of scary, it was terrifying. Fuck, also, I wish that Jack person well. By the way, the harassment from Eden and his group did drive me to self-harm. Being told to jump when you've done nothing is disturbing. Should I interact with my straw pages again? Never mind, I go draw now. More people sugar attempted to bother the Gravity Falls fandom. Snowcake Stuff was a kid. Thought it would be funny to make an animated meme saying you come in to enough men for all of us. Buttons harassed and got to get ousted from the fandom. Buttons even sent you an anon saying how they were gonna draw me as a minor being essayed. Oh, was that you? Where they said, I'll draw you underage and raped? Okay, so I think this one is about you. You rage baited the fucking I was just pissed. Buttons went out the gray. Richard Black, fuck you. Hey, I'm so sorry this weird stuff is happening to you with that crazy person. Please take time for yourself. Don't even reply to straw pages that are suspicious. I'm DMing because Eden has been weird to me before, so I'm like hiding. Everyone, huh? If only you could hear me sigh. I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. They've DM'd me, but I only remember them sharing their art with me. Or that one call-out post with an artist, but I never accepted since that when I would respond to their replies, my tweets, they would always overshare and I would never be comfortable. Other than that, never talked to them since I got the vibe that they were a bit much, and they were. They replied with the too damn bad gif. Another one for the list. You didn't even feed into it, but they still tried. They truly didn't stop at anyone. Not even Alex Hirsch himself was left undead. They tried to reply to him and tag him in drama posts. Somewhat similar. Okay. What the fuck is this person's problem? Sugar's pure vanilla cookie alter using our Shadow Milk Cookie's headmade connection to his source to attempt to bully him and make him feel bad solely in order to highlight the severity of Sugar's harassment, as usually we don't share this kind of thing publicly. Our Shadow Milk Cookie headmate did end up self-harming as a result of its behavior. Similarly, the old host was nearly driven to overdose back in January because of Sugar's endless harassment, both on his accounts and in the old host straw page seen above. As a bonus, these also include Sugar blatantly copying Sprinkle's headmate account creation, plus more harassment of our Shadow Milk Cookie headmate. I feel sad. I don't front often, but that's because peace for us isn't often. I am so lucky to have my dewdrop. I miss him. I feel like a bad partner. I want to organize our account, but it feels so sporadic. The aesthetic does cause me dysphoria in a sense. I don't prefer confusion. If I make an account for fronting, I'll be accused of copying again. However, petty arrogance is so annoying. But what better do I expect from Smilk? Sigh. He's not mine, so he means little to me, but I do pity him. Yeah, this person's insufferable. I don't like this person. I'm personally gonna start trolling buttons now. Fuck it. We have made amends with people recently. It's felt soothing, but it makes me personally confused and frustrated why people with lesser regard take issue or mistreat my hosts and other system members. Toxicity is the arrogance you coddle, and I do wish they grow. Okay, that was probably a check. Perhaps being the gatekeeper isn't so bad. I lack respect for the arrogant, malicious, and immature. Oh, confound it. If they kick up dust about it, I'll ignore them and keep them from my energy. This account doesn't feel right for me in specific. Other system members may be fine with this one, but I don't want this look. I feel overwhelmed. I need my own. They're excused to make a pure vanilla headmate account right after Sprinkle made this one for his pure vanilla headmate. 115, 513. Okay, this is the same one. Pin tweet. I hope my bluebird forgives me for the language, but I am peeved right now. Oh, the nerve. Oh, for once I will be angry. Over once I will throw my hands up and say, by the gods and witches, you have made me mad. I am so angry the two systems who have nothing to do with our lives have made my hosting system so insecure about our existence that I've had chest pain at the store, even thinking about them being upset at me for expressing myself. Oh, the nerve. The absolute nerve. You know what I imagine while reading this? No, wait. Let me try fist shaking. Yes, here we go. While I'm reading this, I just hear fucking Skeletor just shaking his fist. You know, when villains shake their fist in anger. That's what I just hear. That's what I see while reading this. So this is what Buttons said great. I can't wait to draw your character being raped as a child. So hot and inspiring. Thanks, Anti. And you're saying you're not a predator? You're literally saying you want to draw a child getting raped. You're a fucking pedophile, Buttons. You are a fucking pedophile. Wood chipper, feet first.
You should kill yourself now.
Yeah, I'm pissed seeing that. Like, what the fuck? Oh, the nerve. The absolute nerve, the immaturity. Perhaps that shadow look hasn't changed at all from his former ways. Pitiful. I feel so sorry for my system. I feel so sorry that they have become insecure about our existence when we were doing such healing process. Systems do not get to shame other systems or dictate how they live and express themselves. At that point, it's selfish and egocentric. I hope that they see this and they laugh their heads back and they act like the elitist crumbheads they have been. It only proves the character further. Oh, Ruth. Fucking kill yourself, Buttons. Just fucking kill yourself. I want to be in a room with you when you have a gun to your mouth and you pull the trigger till it stops clicking. Just fucking kill yourself. You literally typed out Harumph. The fucking... Oh my god, you are cringe, bro. It only proves their sense of character further. In terms, it proves what they are. How jerks they are. I feel so sad that my host was demeaned the other day. You are simply not a good system member, and you have no regulation skills, as he stated. May my host heal from this, and may you have your arrogance befall you, karma. not release what they did because I assure they look arrogant and silly by all accounts with how they see demeaned and condescended my poor host. They they rescinded with my dearest one public. That is no excuse. Let me also say, they demeaned and berated my host while he was age regressed. Even mentioning they were aware. There we go. Even mentioning they were aware that he was. How dare you make a safe space unsafe? May you feel shame, remorse, and reconsideration. Pitiful. You have more work towards redemption, Shadow Milk. I think the most sad part of all, we don't need to be talked to like children. Then don't act like it. You do. Very much. Especially by how you arrogantly and fragrantly pose as trying to have the last laugh and word when we wanted and offered peace. You did not treat people that way. You do not talk down to them, especially the way you and your systems have. Always, it is so pitiful that you likely will not feel remorse because you should. You regress the system progress because of your arrogance. This is my personal account to post my frustration, my emotions, navigating between being a system member and my complex emotions, and how you have treated my host. And my system is very much involved in that. As a system, were anyone to do this to you, you would not be happy. You should feel ashamed of yourself. My poor host had a panic attack over the idea of us expressing being systems in public anymore because of your insecurities you projected.
You should kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now.
Buttons fetishizes age regression. Of course. Link to the doc? Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll do that to you real quick. Let me copy the one I sent to Efron. Because I sent it to Efron too. Text. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I'm probably not gonna get to go through this all the way, so you can look through it on your own too, because Chili's streaming today, so. Shit, both Chili and Mario are streaming today. Sugar violating people's boundaries by venting in the general channel of a public Discord server, as well as in the DMs of a stranger that had never spoken to prior. I don't think I'm gonna follow the list I made in terms of order. I'm just gonna go with whichever guy calls to me the most. Real, follow your heart. They're finishing the motorcycle squad first though. Going to the fucking hospital, not happy about it. Thought my brain injury was healed, but apparently not. Just wanna cry. What? Are you okay? Does it hurt? I got into a car crash a few weeks ago and I had a concussion. And I've been having a pervasive migraine this week. Okay, so this is cut off. try not to look at screens too much, take so many naps, and try to have someone checking in on you periodically. I hate to be that person because you're talking about your own experience, but could we maybe not talk about car crashes? Oh, Siru. Oh, Soru. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry, shaky. It's okay, sorry. It's fine. Wishing everyone well, no matter the situation. This. Sorry. You're okay. Same mindset those are concerning in the ER. Especially because ever since I got the concussion, one eye has been blurriest as the other. More than the other. I tried to make a joke and say it's a curse from Bill, but yeah. I bet you that eye clears up when they see a child. Fucking pedophile. The pro shipping section is horrific. If you want to end the doc with the pro ship section, I know you told buttons to Yeah, definitely not a good sign, but that just means you have more care and rest. Don't force yourself to work. I just hate that I can't go to work yet because they really want me back at the office. They keep saying that I can power through. Not if you have a severe head injury. Straight up not how that works. I guess it's more severe than I thought. What confuses me is they did an MRI. They did an MRI when the crash happened. They said that it was fine, so I'm not sure what's going on. God damn it. Sorry for late reply. Had a very long night at the hospital. Blockading people in the Gravity Falls fandom by messaging their Ko-Fi accounts. Jack, it's Angel. Please unblock me and at least tell me. I want to know if it's a misunderstanding or something to fix. I don't like when people think something of me if it isn't true. I'm having a panic attack and I just want to know. I logged on to Ko-Fi because I'm getting back to some commission customers. You're not a bad person, but a lot's happened these past few months and I'm just expressing hurt right now. I've been told to take my life, sexually harassed on Discord, now proven, falsely accused of grooming a kid. Yes, you did. You're not falsely accused, take falsely out. Take falsely accused out over there because you did. And harassed over the sudden passing of my fur baby for no reason. No, I don't think you took part, but I've had a lot happen, and I'm not able to be online anymore even. And that's what sucks most. I know you're young, and you don't know a lot. You or your friends, and that's okay, but I hope you and your friends can understand everything that's had a chain reaction. And I've suffered things I shouldn't have from the fandom, having a knee-jerk reaction about everything. I hope you and everyone have a good life, but I also hope you guys can take time and consider how people should be treated. I genuinely hope the best for you and everyone involved, but I also hope one day the gravity of everything can set in, because I almost died. And that shouldn't have ever had to be a result. So take care, read this, think on it. An anonymous individual's testimony about sugar, as well as a giant unprompted vent it sent in NSFW Patreon's chat. okay. I was sitting some, buying something. Okay. Anonymous individual's testimony about sugar, as well as a giant unprompted vent it sent in an NSFW Patreon's chat. I was also subscribed to this Patreon. Everyone in chat was uncomfortable with this. We are moods, but after I saw everything about them and the suicide baiting on Twitter, I blocked him, but only on Twitter. During a live stream for a Patreon I pay for, he noticed me and asked me for my Discord. Unaware that I blocked him because he had since gotten completely off of Twitter, solely because I didn't want to start anything in this poor person's public live stream. I handed over my Discord. They began to say stuff that made me uncomfortable as hell, including comparing a character's height to the rapist from Hazbin Hotel. Just a few days ago, I put my foot down and blocked him on Discord because I seriously couldn't deal with them venting in my DMs. But apparently the vent they had sent me, he had also sent this person Patreon chat room the same damn vent of like 4 paragraphs worth of venting. The owner of the Patreon said something finally and was really nice about it, but low-key thinking about telling her to remove him from the Patreon altogether. All he does in that chat is vent. I'm seriously tired of this disgusting behavior that I've both seen and witnessed. I don't want to come in here and ask for pity or sympathy. I guess that's what I want to start off with before I say what I'm about to. I'm not sure when I'll be talking in this chat room again. Some people might remember that I've discussed my grieving brother of that past 5 years ago because he died in December of 2019. Not even days ago, I experienced another sudden loss. Some people might think it's an overreaction, but my very young cat that was barely over a year old had to be put down suddenly the other night. I'm alone in my apartment and I don't have her anymore. It's been a very traumatic and horrible experience because she's been my everything for an entire year. She's been the anchor that's kept me tethered. Even though grazing my brother, I told myself that she was right there with me and that she would make it okay. Now I have to plan a future without her. FIP is one of the most brutal killers of cats, and it's honestly something that she or any cat deserves. Huh? She was not able to have a long life, and it's honestly so unfair. I'm not saying any of this because I want sympathy, pity, or people to come around me and say comfort. What I am saying though is please, for every love of God, hold your loved one so damn tight for me right now. Make sure you cherish every day you have with every person or pet you have in your life. The cat died from FIP and Buttons. Buttons watched the cat suffer. Feline infectious peritonitis, a severe and often fatal disease caused by a mutated form of the common feline coronavirus. Okay, so basically cat COVID. Okay, so this is like cat COVID. Okay. For every love of God, hold your loved one so damn tight for me right now. Make sure you cherish every day you have with every person or pet you have right now in your life. I won't be participating or speaking in this chat while she passed while I was in the hospital and sick. I couldn't say goodbye. I had to say goodbye to my baby over a phone to give permission to put her down so that she wouldn't suffer. I hope that everyone has a beautiful holiday season, and I genuinely hope that everyone can find joy wherever they can right now with whatever holiday they celebrate or don't. No matter what this winter, she wrote what twice. Take count of your loved ones and hold them close to your hearts and arms. Don't forget to tell the people in your life you love them. This has been the hardest week of my life. I'm grateful for the kindness this fandom has showed me, and a couple of days after everything went on, the art I've been given of memorial, and people paying for the cremation that I never wanted to do or should have to. I extend my gratitude for this community. People haven't known the magnitude of what I've been enduring, but I thought transparency would be nice because it just goes to show you that you never know how much your kindness will affect someone and really help them through what they're going through. So even if I'm not much right now, you have no idea how much I appreciate all of you right now, the community that I've found in this chat, just to talk about silly little cartoon headcanons and silly little families. You are all super wonderful and genuinely awesome people, and the artwork and silly discussions I see here honestly just help me to keep going right now, along with so much kindness I have been shown this week. Oh my fucking god. The Patreon owner responding to Sugar. The Patreon owner also elaborates on this incident and their experiences with Sugar here. That PDF will also be included in past call-out section in case people scroll past this text without noticing the link. I appreciate you wanting to talk about this kind of thing, but this is a really unfitting place for it. The sentiment that you appreciate talking to people is probably enough. I know you're comfortable sharing that much info, but it just feels a little out of place on like a space for porn, you know. What if Sugar's headmates openly self-respect that Sprinkle's self-harm as a result of the months-long stalking and copying? This headmate later tried to claim that bleeding followers is the expression they meant. However, it was written as bleeding and losing followers. Freudian slip? Maybe. LMAO, I'm glad that they're bleeding and losing followers. Serves them right. Be mad. Glad our therapist cleared our heads. We showed her the document and everything. Hello there? We showed her the document and everything.
Huh?
Oh, I'm on a live stream on YouTube reading the doc. So, it might be a little confusing, but I'm in here to play soundboards or whatever. If you go in the chat, you'll see the live stream that I'm currently doing right now.
Okay.
So, yeah. Imagine thinking you're right. Bleeding followers is such a dumbass. Bleeding followers is a term, dumbass. It means losing them. But sure, misinterpret everything I say. It's your profession after all. Oh, wait. Thought you were an English major. That embarrassing. Actually, I could just mute myself. It's your profession after all. Oh, wait. I thought you were an English major. That embarrassing. Man, you wanna fuck me so bad. Totally normal thing to say about a 19-year-old at age 27. By the way. Oh my god. Sugar's headmate also claimed that Sprinkle and I would not get to know peace ever fucking again after this shit, and that we were in for a very long ride. Obvious threat of continued harassment. Just know one thing, you don't get to know peace ever fucking again after this shit. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. You wanted to hurt my host? You won't get any goddamn rest after this. Get ready for a very long ride. Recently on 6/21/2025, Sprinkle shared that he found out his great-grandfather was dying that very day, and that he was unable to visit him. His account is currently private due to Sugar. I just got informed that my great-grandfather is dying. It's going to take me some time to process what I think, especially since I got hit with the news while at work. I wish I could see him, just hope he knows I love him. This was just to inform his followers that he was going to be dealing with a lot and may go inactive. Sugar, completely unprompted, proceeded to accuse him of sympathy baiting and said go cry about it. I'm done. No sympathy. Again, in direct response to Sprinkle's great-grandfather suddenly dying. Oh my god, this is a piece of work. Reminder, knowing someone I love was just murdered before this because they kept a close eye on my page. Chaos Blast and Blue Screen Virus decided to mentally abuse and fuck with me for a week. People expect sympathy when they were horrible and abusive at my darkest moment. Nah. Take down the doc and apologize and I'll shut up. Until then, I'll let this sit here while you reach for sympathy. Scratch that, I just had a loss via murder, and this wasn't put online, but my fiance also had a loss. I was comforting him. We were comforting each other, so your sympathy bait shit. Nah, not for me. Apologize and take down your shit about me, or you can get this displayed. Cry about it. I'm done. No sympathy. Pisses me off. You expect any kindness after this shit, actually, lol. I've just informed most people about this. Oh my god. As you can see, it also says things like take down the doc and apologize, and I'll shut up, and take down your shit, apologize and take down your shit about me, and where you can get this displayed. What it was displaying was me and an alter of mine having a pretty reasonably angry conversation with it that just so happened to be around the time a coworker of its passed away. Apparently, it now claims I mentally abused and fucked around with it for a week. During this period, the actual truth is just I just didn't allow it to use a coworker's death as a get out of jail free card for being a terrible person. Later, Sugar, or possibly its alter name, due to the sudden sign-off at the end, made another thread doubling down on the system's collective actions. You should regret your action. You should regret your decisions. Do they regret making me break down, crying, having a panic attack while they were messing with me when my coworker was murdered because they were baiting me that day? Do they regret laughing when I lost my job? Do they regret making my partner cry and worry when I nearly took my life? Do they regret creating an environment enabling me to be sexually harassed? Do they regret even refusing to use my fucking name, giving me an identity crisis? I feel as sorry for them as I feel for the dog she stepped on. I was homeless after being raped and held hostage in an apartment last year. I wasn't the dick they are to me, to others. I was kind and fucking grateful for what I had, not making shit for others. Chaos takes their shit down, they get my apology. Chaos uses my name, they get my apology. Until then, I'll continue voicing what shit people they are, until it clicks for them, or everyone around them, and trust me, I can be vocal, and I'll make sure they remember every fucking day. Keep going. I'll keep going. I'll keep going too. Keep going. I'm the one in therapy, but my therapist would have told me by now. Instead, I've heard quite a bit for the other side, a concern for the mental stability and adjustment, but that's just my psychologically trained professional I work with's opinion. If my alter posting on his own account about a traumatic event is guilt tripping, then Sugar doing this shit when people finally start realizing what a shithead both you are absolutely is. Wow, works both ways. You get what you throw, tossed back at you, shithead. And I said cry about it because it's me saying cry about me pointing out hypocrisy. Manipulated as ever I see, you never change. Good luck staying miserable. I've already gotten some people to block them, so delete and apologize. Or I keep going, and I've been told I'm blunt. You hurt my system, and I'm vocal. Oh my god, this is a real piece of work. That's crazy. Okay. This might actually be longer than I thought. So, this is page 74. I'll make a two-parter of this, because I have some streams I want to watch a bit later on, so, yeah. I'll wrap this up. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll go up to the start of blackmailing. Okay. It's fairly unclear that if this is Sugar, Knave, or both, as the thread begins with Sugar clearly speaking, but it ends with a sign off from Knave. Knave may have just added that one tweet at the end. Either way, they are both at fault for this, as Sugar made the original post, seeing as there is no sign off from Knave present there, and system accountability would come into play even if this was entirely of Knave's doing. And Knave doubled down on all of the behavior himself on his own account the next day. I don't regret what I said and never will. On 8/18, I received a large influx of anonymous vitriol on my straw page. This came only a few days after Sugar deactivated most of his social media pages. Ex-friends of Sugar that had recently come to me to apologize for supporting it also received hate at the exact same time. These are very graphic hate messages, please be advised. So how's an attempt to dox me? Can I feel your walls on my index? Are you a nonce? If you don't know, nonce is a British word for pedophile. Which is funny because Sugar is a pedophile. I hope that Sugar moves to your state, near you. That'll be fun to see. Imagine seeing it smiling at you at the store. Slice vertical, not horizontal. Can I touch you? What do your juices taste like, girlfriend? Hey, girlfriend. So you're white and you try to dictate if someone's mixed? Are you mixed? Can I lick inside you? Can I squeeze your throat with my jaw? People deactivating because they realized they made a mistake trusting you? How does it feel? I hope you have to see it every day. Have fun, Nick. I'm getting to popcorn. Isn't karma just amazing? I'm rooting Sugar on after what you did. You'll never escape it. I hope you see it and go to jail for hurting it. Sugar coming to a town near you. Have fun leaving your house. This is the best news I've seen all week. You hurt people, minors, an entire fandom. You'll regret it. Have fun making someone that your victim and crying. Again, you'll never change. I hope you never escape. Buttons is painfully white. It's likely down your street soon. I hope police brush you off until you get over it. I hope you'll never feel safe again. The police will see your document and say that you're a whiny kid. I hope it goes to your work. I also managed to capture a video of one of the messages appearing. They had been appearing quite rapidly. But the content took me off guard for a minute, so I didn't think to record right away. This screen recording does show the time I originally received these messages, that being 2 o'clock in the morning. You can view the video here. Messages received by Sugar's ex-friends. You're not mixed, then can't prove it. Sugar never mentions being mixed. Yes, it does all the fucking time. Even though its culture is as white as its namesake, show a photo of yourself where you're not mixed. At this point I side with Sugar over you. As someone is mixed, indigenous, and removed from my family, you're allowed to SG. You're mixed. If you weren't taught it, it likely doesn't explore things because of gatekeepers like you. Did you forget Sugar is abusive and removed family? it doesn't mention its heritage due to trauma. Duh. I don't see how any of your points are valid or past. This person doesn't fit my definition of mixed. Your gatekeeping. And these ones cut off. And it's looped. Okay. Okay, blackmailing. In March of this year, 2025, someone made a post about against sugar that contained selfies of Sprinkle without Sprinkle's permission. Sprinkle asked this person to remove the post, and they did so and apologized. However, Sugar screenshotted the post to talk about it and kept it up on his profile. Sprinkle was very uncomfortable with having its face on Sugar's page, considering how Sugar has stalked and harassed him for so long. But Sugar refused to remove the post unless Sprinkle went and talked about it. This is not the same as posting someone's selfie unprompted on your page as if it's a random photo of theirs. It's a screenshot of his post attached to a claim saying I drew a character based on him when I didn't. There, difference spotted. But thanks for proving my point. I've been making to everyone. This has all just been hate for hate stalking and harassment's sake and nothing more. Artwork censored to prevent false copyright strikes and selfies to censored to prevent a repeat incident. Falsely accusing me of making a character based on him. I didn't post selfies as if they weren't already on the internet, dude. It's literally a screenshot of his own goddamn post. I'm not taking it down because the proof itself is how ridiculously I've been treated and how cruel everything's been. How about this? I take down any post to do with Zen if he has an actual discussion with me like an adult. If he can't do that, sucks trying to manipulate the situation to seem like, from an outside perspective, I slide out. Posted his photo. This is so stupid. There's a screenshot of the post he made on his page attached to a claim about me that's false. Now buzz off. The post remains. Cry about it. I did not feel comfortable allowing my partner to speak to someone that had hurt them so much one-on-one, so I did it myself. The following conversations ensued. Hi, I'm not going to let Zen talk to a stalker one-on-one, but you're free to talk to me instead. Interesting how you make this post so confidently, but your messages aren't open. How exactly was he supposed to have this conversation? This is all conversation. Because you love blackmail so much, if you try and ignore me, I will make a fuss. You are the one that's pushed for months to have an adult conversation, so I do hope you take the opportunity. I'm waiting. Not sure how responsive I am to blackmail, so not to be rude, but that's off-putting. Come in without hostility, and we can. Also, genuinely, my Twitter didn't notify me that you were sending these. I haven't gotten notification, so I genuinely apologize. And I'm extremely uncomfortable with you considering you've used my Kiwi farms in the past. Your system members that have ties to severe sexual assault and trauma to me, and that being even brought up in conversations is extremely violating. If I could get an apology for that, I would appreciate it. I'm going to put what Shadowmilk said earlier, so please understand why I'm hesitant to speak to you, personally. Do I have permission to add context that's extra fucked up about Nexar and the Kiwi? I want to make sure it's an okay space to, right now. I don't want to say in public, that's our Kiwi, and it's made by a man that grew children. It was made by when we were 19 because we were being groomed sexually and emotionally abused by that 40-year-old. The groomer was only 3 when he made it. We were 19. And he made it because we were dating his friend. He did it because he didn't like us, and people have used it to dox us, say transphobic shit, and claim our adopted mother's death is fake. Again, we have stated numerous times in the past we did not use your Kiwi farms. We acknowledged it was fucked up and made by fucked up people. No evidence posted about you was taken from it. It was all useless harassment I found to be gross, so I am sorry for using it. If it wasn't used, why did Bill bring it up? That's what confuses me, because I don't know how else would you know what's in it unless you read it, which is using it. The Kiwi Farms was linked to us by someone else who found it, and Bill brought it up because he was angry. I don't believe skimming a Kiwi Farms page counts using it, but sure, we're sorry for reading it. Okay. I consider it more than being skimmed with how much was even mentioned to me. It was violating, and I don't appreciate it. So this is a genuine I'm sorry we looked at it and it affected you. Or is this one of those, sure, I'll say sorry so you'll shut up, kind, because unless the apology is genuine, I genuinely do not feel comfortable having conversation with you. You cannot imagine the trauma I've endured, not from that page, but from the people that made it, and continue to endure, even with nightmares and shit from the doxing. And that's a minute aspect of what was from that page, and emotionally what it with. Oh. Okay, that's part of that. And emotionally. Okay, I don't like how this is cut. The rest of this one. Because it's just not there. Oh, what was from that page and emotionally what it does to me in my system. We got sorry, we looked at it and it affected you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for saying you're sorry. I wanted to have a conversation always. I just appreciate if there's no hostility because it does affect me in my system. Buttons Kiwi Farms was made because Buttons was acting stupid almost a decade ago, accusing FNGR of falsely SA and Lio of sexual harassment. There's no hostility because it does affect me in my system. When there was hostility, it makes us easy to back away. We face too much of it, and if we can't do it, I'm in fight or flight, especially after nightmares I've been having. I get that, but you also brought great stress this in as well. If you were in my shoes, you will likely lead with hostility as well. I'm genuinely upset at the prospect of the idea that I stalk your partner. I don't. I genuinely don't. Unfortunately, we just have similar interests and ideas. And things with aesthetics we appreciate. I don't discount how emotionally it can feel, and I don't appreciate being called a groomer or treated as a predator. If you want to talk about the stressful, especially if someone who was highly sexually abused as a child in its own family and group, I don't know how many times I've had to say this, but I've had genuine conversation with my therapist about what my things that have happened online have been. I have even been asked not to say in public, but she's keeping an eye on the social media account of nobody because she's genuinely concerned about the shit I face. And it can even be a simple get offline. I'm sorry that people on the internet think I'm a predator, but I've asked people to have a conversation with me to get my side of the story and they refuse to. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of being told by my therapist, even after legitimately asking her, crying and breaking down, am I a goddamn predator or am I a monster? And the fact that she's had to repeatedly reassure me that I'm not, well, an internet of people who don't understand the situation, personally have said so, is conflicting and horrible on my mental health, especially as someone who was groomed and highly sexually abused in his family as a child. I'm sorry, but I simply do not believe you're keeping tabs on him. Several times now when he changes icon, that cuts off. I've had a drawing of my dead fucking cat sent to me. Could you not try and guilt trip me? Because I've already told you before, this is awful and I don't agree with it. I know how thy shit feels. And I don't do it because of that. I've even been told my brother's suicide is my own fault and shit. It's not a guilt trip. This is me saying I know how it feels. I wouldn't send it. You requested I not being hostile. Why are you being? It's violating and fucked up, and I wouldn't do it. Hang on, something's at the door. Buttons had that therapy call. Lost the therapist. The therapist didn't tell Buttons where to find her. Wow, okay. I wouldn't send it as in proof. The IP's matching directly is. You will not change my mind by guilt tripping me. Shut the fuck up. I've received plenty of vile things, and you know you almost made me kill myself, right? No, you don't, because I don't guilt trip people. I'm angry that it happens. I'm angry at the situation because it's happened for years. And even to me, I'm angry at the situation. It makes me upset. When I'm angry, it's not at you. I don't agree with the shit said, and I know how it feels. How it goes feel. I've attempted my life over Anons and shit too. That's why I left in December. So yes, I do know how it feels. I don't send vile Anons. I admit to shit I do. I won't admit to something I didn't. I don't care if you admit or not. We had evidence and we used it. All I want now is for Zen to be left alone to enjoy his interests. I leave him alone and have mine. His stupid post kicked up people saying shit about my boyfriend, and he's guard dog mode over it. You started with him. You made a post about him first. You kept quiet because he knew you'd harass him to the end of the earth, and you are. It's not keeping quiet when people are being told block and unfriend me left and right, dude. I lost mutuals over baseless shit, so I spoke up. Baseless is where you are wrong, and I think you know that. You know very well what you were doing, and have been doing. The groomer shit. These are not all coincidences. It would be literally impossible. His mutuals know that. I want those statements removed. If I have an IRL friend going to law school, and I have spoken to an attorney, if my therapist have all attested, I am not a groomer or a predator. I want that crap taken down. That shit ain't flying with me. And I know what has been said in other spaces. Whoever selfies and any other posts about him, it's a two-way street. You back down, so will he. And yes, they know everything, whether you choose to believe it or not. I've shown them in screenshots and statements, and explained everything, and I mean everything. I've even given them the goddamn videos made about me. It's been a fucked up 2 to 3 months. I want that big post he made in the Yumi community taken down. I want those posts removed, and I'll remove mine in the same. Especially if he's no longer talking to Lunar Wally. That one made me fighting mad. He removes his stuff and doesn't speak about me. I do the same. I made that post because I was so tired of everything being posted about me. But that one infuriated me. Sugar demanded I remove my first call out and all other posts about it, or the selfies will stay up. It also tried to add on a demand for a public apology, but I managed to skirt around that. Obviously my methods here are not perfectly morally sound, but when someone is blackmailing you, you don't have many other choices but to play the same game. I just wanted my boyfriend to be left alone, as again, this had been going on since December 2024 and was severely impacting his mental health. Occurring after the document's release, Sugar accusing me of lying in the information I provided here, and also probably in an attempt to blackmail us a second time, has reposted Sprinkle's selfies. It knows that Sprinkle is uncomfortable with this. As you can see, it does not care. Even if you go and read the full post, it does not explain anything new that I didn't address in the start of this section. The lawyer quit. As they should. I wonder why you kept it. Maybe to use as blackmail a second time if we didn't keep up with your demands. Not working this time, sorry. Yeah, it's right there. It is his post. Thank fuck we kept this. And no, we won't remove it. Not after this stunt. Tough shit. His face is censored in the OG post. Manipulative as fuck. Lie about my host is intent. And the actual nature of this post? We post evidence. That's what people do. Defend themselves. And this one will not be removed. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but you bring this on yourself when you lie about people or what their intent is. This will not be removed because we are not removing evidence of your lie. If you're going to lie about us, document what lies is up. Our evidence proving against it will stay up. This is how it works. Sorry, not. I'll be generous and even include the full thread here because all it does is retread the ground I have covered in full. Okay, this is 85 of 159. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. My next stream, I'll finish this up because man, we've already been at it for a long while. So, all right, so. Shit, stop opening Krita. I'm going to go ahead and run the in-screen music.
Check it out, I'm in the house like carpet. And if there's too many hits in my blunt, I won't spark it. I'll put it in my pocket and save it like rocket fuel. To everybody's got and it's cool, then I spark it up with my brother. His mama named him Moan, what I call a Moan lover, and he's more than a cover, he's a quilt. We're putting shit together like the house that John built on a hill, cause this shit gonna feel like velvet, turtle. My style fits tighter than a girdle. If you hate it, then you can just leave it, like Beaver. But in a day or two, I'll make you a true believer in me, cause like the alphabet you'll see, there isn't kits or rhyme, not your everyday soliloquy. Like Chef 4D, a rhyme is truly cooking. Piece of Matty Rich, cause he's straight out of Brooklyn, New York. I don't eat pork or swine when I dine. I drink a cup of Kool-Aid, not a big glass of wine or rocket. And if you have time, I drop rhyme again.